It's serious.
And silly,
Seriously,
silly, but serious.
but silly.
With Scott and Sheila. Woo, 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 woo.
Sheila, let's get right to it. I'm very, very, very excited today. I've been smiling all morning. I'm also very appreciative that this man below us has taken time from his busy, busy, busy schedule to join us today. And to be honest, I'm also a little bit in awe. I'm still shocked that he is on my screen right now. We've seen him on TV basically every day for the last 8 months, keeping us safe. And I'm just thankful and grateful that he's here. Um, my friends call him Quebec's top doc. So welcome to Champlain College St. Lambert. Welcome to the Serious and Silly with Sheila and Scott. Dr. Arruda, how are you today?
I'm very happy to be with you. I can tell you it's a wonderful time to be with you. I can tell you, and it's an honor for me to be invited by your college to be speaking to you and participating of your silly and funny thing, and serious, silly and serious. That's great because in life we should be understanding that there is a serious thing, but humor is always good to make life better.
We very much agree with you, Dr. Arruda. That's like the reason why we started the show is to, have those serious types of conversations, but also make sure that we're enjoying ourselves and having a good time because it's going to get better and we have to make sure that we're happy and we're
Exactly.
laughing. Yeah. The citizens and the people of our show would like to know a little bit about yourself, but what your role as the National Public Health Director is. What does that entail?
In fact, every government has public health, I would say, people who work for day, because in fact, there is threats to the population. That could be as the COVID-19, which is an infectious disease. That could be another kind of threat, chemical ones. That could be also different problems of health, like health promotion that we must do to prevent chronic disease, like suicides, health, mental health. So we are the prevention side of the population. There is 18 health units across Quebec. Each director of public health, which are people like me, they are responsible for different parts of this. There is one in Montreal, one in Laval, one in Laurentides, and 18. But I'm the one who is the direct first, I would say, advisor to the minister. That could be a doctor who could not be a doctor, so he needs to have a public health doctor. And in fact, all the population of Quebec is like my patient, even if
Okay.
they don't see me so often.
Well, thank you for explaining that because some of our students might not know what your role is. So that's very clear. So thank you for that. But as you know, our show, as you mentioned, it's serious, but it's also silly. So when I explained to my parents that we were interviewing you, Dr. Arruda, they got really excited because they come from Portugal and they arrived here when they were really young. And to see somebody in such a prominent position and helping our society, it really affects them. So I wanted to know, and more importantly, they wanted to know, how has your Portuguese background shaped who you are?
In fact, it shaped a lot, but I would say I'm a very simple person. My parents were working in agriculture in their islands.
Mm-hmm.
The time was difficult at that time because there was not enough, I would say, land for everybody. So for getting a better life for their kids, they have to immigrate to Canada
Mm-hmm.
from a wonderful islands, beautiful weather. They came here in winter, was very difficult. At that, there was no courses at that time for learning French. But as we are Catholics and Quebec was Catholics, it's easier to integrate, I would say, in that situation. But I'm a very simple guy who loves eating, music, all kinds of things, and I'm trying to do my job the best. So
Perfect.
that's it. And I think what is very important is to respect others and
Mm-hmm.
to do our best and not be jealous of the success of others. My father always told me, be
Mm-hmm.
happy when some of you have success, because it's like if you're gonna have success, and don't try to be jealous. It's basic values of love, of hospitality, because gives love a lot to hospitality, and to have good lunch, even if you're very poor, they are very proud of what they are. So that I would say the essential of what I am.
Amazing. Thank you so much. They're going to be watching this like really intensely when I show them when I show this
and
to them.
I want to say hello to them from Aguadpa and Ribeira Seca.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Sheila is getting definitely extra portions of Sunday dinner this week.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Oh my God. All right, Sheila, we have to get serious again, but I'm having trouble focusing because Dr. Arruda is still on my Zoom screen. He has not left us yet. He is still hanging in with us, and he has answered the questions wonderfully. One of the main reasons we had you, of course, Dr. Arruda, is we do work at Champlain Saint-Lambert. We have 3,000 students, young people between the ages of 17 to 20. And they're students who are looking for a little guidance. What can you tell them about, what's going on, some words of wisdom that you might have for them?
Yes. First of all, I want to say that I believe a lot on the power of the youth people. Okay. Sometimes people are always critics youth because they don't respect the rules and everything. And I think it's a very difficult situation for youth people, I can tell you, because that's probably at that time that we have the more social contacts in life, in a normal life, I can say. So, and I know people over 70 who also make things that are not respectful. Each of your thing you do in distanciation, using masks and hygiene, not having big parties, any of those efforts will help. Yes, that's great. Any of those efforts will save lives. You don't understand. Perhaps you will not be sick, but you can transmit the disease to another person that is going to give to our grandma, and she's going to die from that disease. So what I would say is that it's not an easy period, I'm sure. But try to do the best you can. Try to lower the numbers of people you see in a week, because this will contribute to the diminution of transmission. And I do believe that there is a lot of good initiative done by the youth people, and I would ask them, if you want to get out from this tough period, more you can do now of sacrificing our social, I would say, in contact, more it's going to be easy to do. So, and perhaps they should also use the COVID alert, I would say, tool that can be downloaded if they have got a phone. Most of them have a phone, actually, and that could help. And also, if they have been contacted by the public health to give information about what happened. If they went to a party, just tell it. Don't be worried. It's not the police. We won't put you in jail. It's just to collaborate. And I do believe that there is a wonderful initiative. There is new ways of being together that can be explored by your kids, by not the kids, the young adults that are at your college.
Thank you very much. That was an amazing answer. Like you said, sometimes the youth feel like they're being constantly blamed for things, and you're just asking them to do their part. So I think that's amazing.
Exactly. And they are great. And I believe they're going to do better than I do now in the next generations, because, this has put in place the understanding of climate change, all kinds of things that are happening around the world that are important. And I hope the next generations, like my kids, are going to do better than I do.
So Sheila got to ask you the question from her parents about Portugal and Portuguese. I get to ask you a question from my girlfriend who loved your dancing. She's like, ask him if he got my letter. I'm like, I'm not gonna ask him if he got your letter. So one of the things.
Yeah. Probably I must. I don't want to be. It's confidential. I don't want to ask her name, but I've got to receive a lot of letters, and the ones, yes, I'm still trying to answer to those.
Okay, thank you.
That's
So
sweet.
one of the things we know about you, Dr. Arruda, is like you said, everybody has to find something to do so they're not serious all the time. One of the things we know is you love to dance. So what gets Dr. Arruda up and dancing? What kind of music? What song?
It's incredible. You know, I love from classical music, very classical, to I would say underground music and rhythm. You know, so it depends how I feel. Okay, one thing I would like to do, but it's not easy. It's to do a wonderful tango, which is I think a very wonderful time. But I can shake, I can do rap, anything that will make me happy, you know, or calm me. You know. And so I think each person can use different ways of expressing and giving back their tension or stress. It could be sports for certain. It could be music, all kind of music. The importance is to do something at least once a day for a small period that you love. That will make your brain come back to a better level, you know, and take away stress. That is sometimes very important. And I know in college, we have a lot of stress because of studies and everything, but please take care of yourself.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Those are words of wisdom, you know, finding a balance in life, I think is great advice.
But I have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
What kind of dance do you do with your girlfriend?
Oh.
Unlike the Portuguese, who are wonderful dancers, I like to keep it like, you know,
Oh my
kind
God,
of
this is amazing.
just like a little jig, you know, like I don't have the Dr. Arruda moves. I'm sorry.
No, you know, the only thing is let the rhythm get into your body, and then gonna do the good things.
This is amazing. Dr. Arruda, do you dance Portuguese dancing? There's only like 3 steps. So.
I did folklore when I was in grade 4. I do remember we did a Portuguese dance, but I love folklore. And especially when you go to Portugal and you go from one region to another region, you see the folklore, which is very different. In the south, where there is a lot of colors, the costumes are wonderful, and flowers and everything. When you go up north to Alejandro or different regions of the north, it's more serious. You know, it's like the I would say where you live has an influence on your folklore. So it's wonderful.
Oh, that's great. That is great. Thank you so much. So I guess my last thing that we would want to kind of just say is, do you have any final thoughts? And is there any last couple of words that you want to say to our school or to our students or to our citizens here in Quebec?
First of all, I want to say thanks for what everybody did in the first wave. I think we are still in a critical situation. Any effort you do on lowering the numbers of contacts or staying really at 2 meters, you know, it seems to be simple, but it's not easy. I understand. We are humans. We want to be together and have hugs and everything, but that's not the moment to do that. Hoping that all the efforts of the youth and all the society will make us the COVID-19 behind us, and let's have a big party after that. A big party when we can dance,
love it,
have a drink, and play all together.
It's the best. Thank you so much. Honestly, we really appreciate you taking the time with us today, and for our students as well. So if you guys want to keep following our little web
Sheila,
series.
could I just say one thing before you get into our promo?
Yeah, go ahead.
When I emailed Dr. Arruda like 3 weeks ago, I was like, me and Sheila were like, oh, we'll email Dr. Arruda. What can we lose? And the fact that he got back to us, and the fact that he has taken time from his busy schedule to talk to us today and the people at Champlain Saint-Lambert. I know he's a very simple and humble man, as he said, but we cannot thank you enough for the work that you've done. And we cannot thank you enough for taking time from your busy schedule to join us today. The whole college is just waiting for us to finish this so they can ask us how it went. Everybody's been asking me this morning, okay, is today the day? So thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
It's a real pleasure. And, you know, talking to your students is like if I was having an appointment with my patients. So for me, and they are part of the solution. And I do believe that youth people will collaborate, and that's together, all together, we're going to fight this terrible virus that I hate a lot, I can tell you. So have a nice, and continue to do silly and serious things. I think it's important in life to smile, you know, because when people smile, they are more beautiful than when they are not smiling, I can tell you. And this is part of human being.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So as I was saying, thank you, Scotty, for those for that conclusion there. If you do want to keep following our Serious and Silly web series, you can follow us on our Champlain Saint-Lambert YouTube page. We post on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Just obrigado, and thank you.
Muito obrigado.
Muito obrigado.
See you guys when it's going to be back. We could do a party and have good time at Champlain College.
Oh.
Bye.
Thank you so much, sir.
Bye.
Bye-bye.